Hey guys, what is up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So today is more of a serious video. I kind of just wanted to update you guys and let you guys know like where I'm at, where my head's at and everything. I've been going through a lot of stuff lately. Not like really traumatic stuff, but stuff that sucks and how I'm dealing with it and everything like that. So I posted in my other video, like I recently stopped taking Herbalife products and stopped being a part of Herbalife itself. I actually gave all my products away to a very amazing woman. I was friends with her from the very beginning and she deserved those products and she deserved, you know, it was a lot of money spent on those products, so she deserved them. I met a lot of people in Herbalife and I met so many amazing people and so many people that will forever be my friends. And it felt like I was breaking up with somebody as I was giving away those products, as I was, you know, finally giving away the last straw of what I was holding on to. And I feel like a completely different person now. I feel like I have my own identity now. I feel like I'm not just in the shadows of what something else wants me to be. So if you guys don't understand that, then you guys haven't been through it. Being in the shadow of something else does something to you. And whether you're in Herbalife, whether you're in Beachbody, whether you're in whatever it is, you don't understand that until it happens. So from the beginning of starting it, I was not in a good place. I shouldn't have started it in the first place. I should have stayed doing what I was doing and it would have been more successful for me. So there's so many reasons why I left, and it was a more pros and cons type of thing on why I had decided no more, I can't do this anymore, I'm tired of wasting my money type of thing. And there was a lot that went into it that made me feel like crap and made other people feel like crap as well. I guess this is kind of like why I quit Herbalife video. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I am not gonna say any names of people that are in this video, whether it was good or bad. You know, if you know who those people are, then that's fine. Do not comment their names, do not say who it is, because it's a completely, like, it's over. So there's no point in saying their names, and I don't want to put their names out there either. So when you join Herbalife, you know, just a little backstory on that. When you join Herbalife, you get a sponsor. So we're gonna call my sponsor Bob. And when you get a sponsor, that sponsor is supposed to help you with weight loss and is supposed to help you build your business as well. They're supposed to show you what to do. They're supposed to help you in every possible way. And my sponsor Bob was very, I wouldn't say he was like very, you know, on it. I do believe that he was new himself, so he didn't have all the proper tools. And with that being said, I shouldn't have been brought in at all if you didn't have the proper tools. But whatever, continue on. As I'm starting into Herbalife, I am a photographer. So, and that is my main priority in all of this, because that was something that I definitely enjoyed doing. So that's what made me money at the time. I loved it. The first argument Bob and I got into was about my photography. Bob told me to stop taking pictures and to work out. Even though I was going to the gym after the little fit club or whatever you want to call it, the little workout that everybody was doing. Now, meanwhile, I did not pay for this workout, so I shouldn't have been doing it anyways. We got into an argument about it. We went outside the building and we actually argued, like face-to-face argued. It got so bad, he walked away, he left. And it had gotten to the point where he said that he didn't even want to be my sponsor anymore. And in Herbalife, you can't just switch sponsor to sponsor. It's just one person is your sponsor unless you get a whole bunch of people to sign for it. So he walked away. I said, whatever, I don't really care. I don't need you. And I was right. I don't need him. I don't need anybody. I just need myself. I can do whatever it is I put my mind to. So the fact that this person thought that I needed them to succeed was so wrong. So in Herbalife, you have levels of stuff that you try to achieve. So the first level was senior consultant, and then qualified producer, and then supervisor. So once you hit supervisor, you get 50% off of all products, and you make a 50% profit of whatever you sell. So skip by about 4 or 5 months, I hit supervisor all by myself. So this is a huge achievement in Herbalife because it is very hard to do without any help. I think it's very like self-explanatory, you know, you kind of just sell the product, get the points, boom. And he quit. So January comes by and there's a big event called JKO. It stands for January Kickoff. And basically it's like an event where you go and they talk and they tell you you're the greatest, you know, don't give up, blah blah blah, stuff about Herbalife, you know, incoming products and stuff like that. So it is in Columbus, Ohio, which is about 2 maybe 3 hours away from here. So me and my mom went. It was kind of a thing. They have events every single month, and it was just kind of a thing where they were like, you know, don't miss an event, blah blah blah, and you know, I believed in it. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna miss an event. And I went down to Columbus with my mom. At the event, Bob was there, and there were some things that were going on with me that weren't so great as well. I was going through stages of breaking up. I was in the first stage of the first day that I was there because of everything that was being said. So yeah, I was going through a breakup. I was in the first stage of it. The event is actually what made me break up with this person. In the event, the person was just talking about, you know, like who you're becoming and everything like that, and talking about things that were really close to my heart, and it was just something that I couldn't let go. So the next day, so this is a 2-day event, the next day I decided, because of what was going on, to, you know, go talk to Bob and go apologize to him. I apologized to Bob. Bob kind of apologizes to me, and me and Bob make up. Everything was great, except the fact that I was about to break up with somebody. Everything. So we go back into this event and we sit next to each other, and at lunchtime, that was actually when I decided I can't do this anymore, and I broke up with the person that I broke up with. So days go on, you know, I'm still dealing with this. It wasn't necessarily a heartbreak, but it was just going from talking to someone every single day to just straight nothing. That's pretty hard to deal with. So skip forward about, I want to say 2 months. Everything was going great with me and Bob, and Bob decided, why don't we get you into an Herbalife nutrition club? So basically what that is kind of like a smoothie bar where people can go and get a shake, one single shake, you know, to try it or to just have a shake every single day, kind of like a fast food place but for Herbalife. We go and talk to this place, and then there's another person that comes into play. So this person we're gonna name Jeanette. Jeanette was the most charming person I think I've ever met. They were cute, they were funny, I was like, wow, this person's great. So I started going to this club almost every single day because I thought I had a friend there. I would sit at this club for literally hours. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I would be there from 12 to close, or 1 to close, or 2 to close, whatever time. But I loved being there. It was like having a home away from home, so I thought. There was other people involved in this as well. There was, let's say, Matt and Ashley. So me and Ashley became pretty good friends. And me and Max became really good friends as well. And me and Max had a lot in common. We talked about Roman Atwood, we talked about the things that we loved. You know, I told him my dreams and my ideas. Me and Ashley, we were always, whenever we were around, we talked, and things were great with us. March comes around, and there is this other event called LDW, that stands for Leadership Development Weekend. That is, since we are so close to Michigan, that is in Michigan. And I had set it up to where me, Max, and Ashley all went together because it would just make the hotel room a lot cheaper. So Jeanette is actually banned from these events, and I guess that didn't like necessarily occur to me that Jeanette was banned from this. So me, Max, and Ashley go, we have a great time. It was like I was finding who I was, I thought, and I loved it. I love being out, I love traveling with people, and I just like was falling in love with. Now when I say that, I wasn't falling in love with the people, I mean, I was falling in love with being out and traveling with people. Now, the people were great. I absolutely loved being with them. I'm not saying that they're horrible people, but it was just something about traveling with somebody else that's not a boyfriend or a parent. It was a totally different experience for me. So we get back from this 2-day event and everything was great. And then out of nowhere, I got a text from my sponsor, Bob, saying, "Why are you lying about your result?" What? Yeah, that hit me like, what the heck are you talking about? And she was saying like, "Oh, I have your paper from when you first started," and I'm about maybe 10 months into this now, maybe 9. She's telling me like, "Oh, why are you lying? Like, I have your results and it's not what you told me." But meanwhile, she wasn't there for pretty much my entire involvement in Herbalife. So she has no idea what happened with me. She has no idea what I've gone through or what has happened with my weight as well. So during all of this, I was fluctuating bad. This is a big part of the reason why I stopped using the products as well, is because I would drop 10, 15 pounds and then I would gain 10, 30 pounds back. And I was being very consistent with the products. I was taking them like I should, and I was using all types of products. So, and that's just my personal experience. I'm not bashing any of the products. I'm not saying anything bad about Herbalife itself. I'm just saying, like, that's what happened for me. So a little bit goes by in that same day. Bob, my sponsor, decides to text me with Jeanette in a group message. Jeanette has said to me before that she doesn't like any type of bullying, that she doesn't put up with it, and so has Bob. Well, in this message, so there's another person that they talk about that I was saying, like, if somebody's saying something about me, then it should be said to me. So we're gonna say this person's name is Sarah. Sarah is the person that I wanted to talk to. Sarah is like the big dude, the top of the top in my organization. So I didn't want to play any of these little silly games. I just wanted to talk to him and see what was going on. So Bob and Jeanette text me, and Jeanette just goes off on me, calling me a bitch, saying that I was acting like a bitch, saying that if I ever ran and told Sarah what was going on, that I was never allowed back in the nutrition club, and all this other crap. So he was bullying me through, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing and like read it to you, but it was I cried and I sat there and thought about, why am I here? I haven't felt that way in some time, and it was a moment I'll never forget, for somebody to stoop that low and say those things to me through a text. Because to my face, I don't think that person would have said those things. Now, meanwhile, Bob is still not trying to stop. He's kind of agreeing with what Jeanette is saying, as far as, you know, bullying me, saying the things that they were saying. So I ended the conversation. I just was like, you know what, you guys need to grow up, and I tried not to let it get to me. So the next day, I had talked to Max, and I had told Max what had happened. And I told Max that his business partner, Jeanette, told me that I wasn't allowed up there if I talked to Sarah. So Max said, we are gonna get Jeanette out. We've been looking for a way to get Jeanette out. Anyway, and by the way, I've told my parents about this, and my dad was completely pissed. So I don't know what happened. They said that they were gonna get Jeanette out, and they said that they were gonna completely cut ties with Jeanette because Jeanette was making the business look bad. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. I notice I am no longer in the group chat for the nutrition club with Max and Jeanette and Ashley. Why? You know, what's going on? But I did not text them. I did not say anything. So fast forward to another event. So I go there. Max completely ignores me, just walks by me like I don't even exist. That was probably the most downright heartbreaking thing that could have ever happened to me without this whole thing. I think that is the reason why I quit, to be quite honest, because Max acted like I wasn't even in the room, and for what reason, I have no idea. I did nothing wrong. I stood up for myself. I think I called Jeanette maybe one name, and it wasn't even brutal. I didn't make Jeanette feel like Jeanette wasn't a person. Couple months goes by, every single event, Max is ignoring me. He's not saying anything to me. Not even saying hi. just will straight walk past me. And being the person that I am, I straight walk past Max too, because I just couldn't do it. So finally, I just so happened to be in the same room as Ashley. And Ashley came up to me and asked me how I was doing and everything like that. I don't know if she knows the full story. I think she, I assume she knows what's going on. I just don't think she knows my side of the story. So, you know, we said hi and bye. It was just a little quick conversation, but it made me feel a little bit better because somebody finally talked to me. And when all this happened, by the way, I blocked Bob and Jeanette. Like, they can no longer contact me on anything. And yeah, since then, my complete head has been all over the place. It got so bad that I wasn't coming out of my room again, and it put me in a very dark place that was even scary for me. And I talk about dark things all the time and talk about stuff like that. People say that words don't hurt. I don't believe that one bit. I think words can be the most cruel thing ever. I think I would have rather been punched in the stomach 10 times, because once the punching was over and you deal with that little pain, it's over. Those words will forever be in my head and will forever be there. And it's a very touchy subject to talk about. A lot of people don't know what happened. I didn't go around broadcasting what happened. And I'm not posting this video for any type of sympathy or for anybody to feel bad. I'm posting this video because I want you guys to see that bad things happen. Bullying happens to everybody. I'm not in school anymore, and I'm still being bullied. Bullying will never go away, and that's scary to admit. Bullying is just something that we have to deal with. And people are gonna say, well, if this world was a better place, we wouldn't have to deal with it. Well, by saying that, you're not making it a better place. This world needs love. I wish I would have handled this situation just a tad bit better by just giving them all the love that I know they needed. But the place that I was put in, I wasn't able to do that. When I start thinking about things like that, the things that I was thinking about, why am I here? Do I mean anything to anyone? I had to snap myself back to reality and really think about it. If you've ever had suicidal thoughts, if you've ever thought about things like that, then just remember you have parents. And as really hard as it is to say, think about how they would feel having to put their child in the ground. That is the outright #1 reason why those thoughts were immediately, every single time that thought would come into my head, that is what I would think. Because I don't know about you guys, but my parents are my biggest supporters. My parents have always been there, and when I told them what had happened, my parents were very pissed off. There was somebody in Herbalife that was working with my dad for another person, and my dad thought that this person was Jeanette, and he walked up to Jeanette and was like, what the heck is going on? And this wasn't even Jeanette, so this was a totally different person. But he thought it was him. So he was very pissed off about the situation, and so was my mom. So I told my mom what was going on in my head. I let her know this isn't right, and I kind of posted a little thing on Facebook. Everybody's first reaction was get medicine. There's nothing more that I hate than being told you need medicine for having feelings. No, I don't need medicine for having feelings. I don't need medicine for the thoughts that I was having. I need to find it in myself to let go of those thoughts. I didn't love me. I felt ugly. I felt fat. I felt all these things that weren't even true. And it's something that I am holding back tears right now talking about it, because it was so severe for me. This was something that I can't even explain how I felt. It was dramatic. And it may not be dramatic for some people, but that was something. I was in such a good place to just be swept right off my feet, hitting the ground, coming back up, hitting a fan, everything. It was the worst experience I have ever had with bullying. You know, I've had people call me fat, I've had people say all these things to me, but it was one thing when this person completely just demeaned me. They made me feel like such a small person. They made me feel like I didn't matter, and what I had to say didn't matter. And I will never let anybody make me feel that way again. I will never let anybody's words hurt me again. I just know if the people that hurt me ever see this video, just know I forgive you. I don't want to be your friend again, but I forgive you. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope that you guys have a successful and happy life. And I just want you to know You guys hurt me. You guys made me quit. You guys made me give up. So I'm still dealing with the backlash of all that. I'm still dealing with the depression on all that. There are days I don't even want to get out of bed. There are days when it seems like the day won't end. There are days when I just want to be by myself. There are days when I don't want to be by myself because I'm scared of myself. Depression is real. I have picked myself up time and time again from depression, but this one doesn't feel like I'm able to pick myself up from. And with that being said, all I have to do is keep going and keep trying. And the reason, like I said, the reason I'm putting this out there is not because I want to bash Herbalife or not because I want to bash the people, but because I want to help you. If you're dealing with any type of depression, or if you have anything going on in your life that is really taking a toll on your mental state, don't hesitate to email me or Snapchat me or Instagram post me. My usernames are right across the screen. If you guys ever are dealing with anything or having any type of feeling in that way, do not hesitate to message me. For the most part, about 50% of the day I'm looking at my phone. So I will respond. This is very hard to talk about, but like I said, I'm doing it for you guys, and I hope you guys truly get something out of it. Yeah, there's nothing really else to say about that. I mean, I'm done with Herbalife. I'm done with all the drama that came with it. It's not what I thought it was. And remember that people are people. We have feelings. Every one of us, whether we're blue, black, yellow, red, green, big, small, an extra thumb. We're all people. We all have feelings. There's no person on this earth that doesn't have feelings. I even believe dogs have feelings. I believe my ferrets have feelings. I believe that the mouse on 27th Street has feelings. And as a person who has feelings, I don't ever want to make anyone feel like they don't. So I think this video is pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and say the quote of the day. Don't let how you feel make you forget what you deserve. I love this. I agree with it 100%. It's actually what I had to go through, and I'm gonna hit you with another one. Grow through what you go through. I've seen this a lot of different places lately, and it's 100% true. If I wouldn't have grown as a person, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. And I'm not saying like I regret Herbalife or anything like that. I regret some of the decisions that I made, but I do not regret it because I'm here talking to you guys because of it. And I found my passion and I found what I want to do with my life. So I am going hard with it. You guys, we have just hit 120 followers, subscribers, family members. My little Rodriguez family is growing so fast. Guys, if you guys want to change the fandom name, let me know what you guys would like. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell while you're there. And guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm gonna get right back to vlogging as soon as I get done editing and stuff like that, which will probably be pretty late. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day